What's up, guys? It's Nathan with Hellbent FX. Today I just wanted to show you guys the trades that I took last week and kind of give you guys my reasons for taking them. If you want to join my Telegram group where I drop all of these trades in for free, click the link in the description. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start with OddCAD, go through all of them. So OddCAD. So OddCAD, basically what I saw was that it broke through a key level, right? This is a key level that has been tested multiple times. Let me see if on the daily it might be a little bit easier to see. You guys can see it was a resistance, support, and then a resistance. We actually took that one last week. So basically, like I said, we saw price breakthrough and it closed below our key level. Price came back up to retest our key level. And when I see rejections at key levels, that's when I, decide if I'm going to enter. So we saw a lot of rejection here, a lot of bouncing off, not really going anywhere. So I decided that price was more likely to continue going to the downside, which you can see it did. I placed my stop right above my key level. My reason being, if price hits my stop, it's more likely that it's going to continue trading upwards than it is to continue going down. So basically, we went in for the short. I was targeting the lows from over here, this low from over here. Now, I could have actually been a little bit more, I could have actually targeted even down here, which it actually would have ended up hitting it. But I was being conservative with my trade. I like to make sure that I'm going to secure my money. So we went in and price ended up hitting our TP for 38 pips. So this is a simple break of a key level, retest, and we went in for the short. That's it. Nothing crazy on that one. EuroCAD. So EuroCAD, I called this one out as well. You can see there's my key level. Always mark my key level on usually the 4 hours, my favorite time frame to use. You guys can see resistance, support. The resistance right here. And so it was kind of coming up for like a double top. That's what I thought it was. You guys can see it came here and fell down. So it came up again. So I went in for the short. But what I failed to realize, let me show you guys. I see this is the one that I put in the Telegram group. What I had failed to realize is that on the 1 hour, there was a really nice key level on there as well that I had kind of neglected, which was my fault, right? So then when I come down, because like if I go in the 4 hour, it's not as noticeable, but when I go into the 1 hour, you can see it a lot better. And you can see price actually tested it very, very recently, right? This push below got rejected by that key level that we can see. There was a lot of rejection here as well. So what ended up happening was when we were in the trade, we were in profit, right? We were in what? Let me see. So about 30 pips, 34 pips in profit. So when I saw that that was happening, basically I decided that I was going to take profit early. Now, I don't always advise people to take profit early because sometimes you should really let it ride the TP. But the fact that I had this key level that I had actually missed, it made me, rethink that, price will continue going in my direction. It might just reject. It could break right through the level, but at the same time, I'd rather play it safe and take my profits. So I took 35 pips of profit and check out what happened. Shortly after we took profit, I think we took profit somewhere here. I don't remember. And, well, the line is where I took profit. I marked it earlier. But look what happened. Hit stop loss. So this is a situation where it was actually good that we took profit early. And you have to really pay attention to these key levels. So that was just my fault that I missed it. But you know what? That's going to happen. Obviously nobody's perfect. Trading is not super simple all the time. Okay, GJ. So GJ was one that really pissed me off. This is our loss for the week. Let me see if I can find the analysis here. As you guys can see, I post analysis and then I'll post when I'm entering, when I'm exiting. GJ long. Okay, so here's my GJ long. So price, I mark my key levels. There's the level up here and the level down here. So price previously rejected this level, rejected it here, shot up and went to this level. So basically my thought process here was, okay, if I see rejection at this level, price is more likely to come up and come back to our other key level. Now, that's not what happened. If we go to the 1 hour, it's a little bit easier to see. So we went in for the buy. off of this at the end of this bullish candlestick closure. And shortly after, we got into some drawdown. I really wanted to hold this one because was fairly confident in the trade itself, and this is what happened. So you guys see I put my stop right up below this wick down here with the thought that if price hits my stop, it's more likely it's going to trade to the downside than it is to keep going up. And sure enough, it hit the stop, and look what happened. Shot right back up, right? And then it came right back and then shot up. So it could have hit TP if we had more of a generous stop loss. But you know what? At the end of the day, you're not going to win them all, and that's just part of trading. NZDCHF was a really good trade. 75 pips, I believe. Let me see. Short NZDCHF. Okay, so here's the original analysis. I mark my key level, put my eyeball because I want to make sure that I'm watching. And price was coming back up to this level. Now, what I liked about this one is that you have this huge bullish candle, but then the new candle that was forming was like, it was like almost like the bulls were gone, right? And keep in mind, this is almost a candle close, so there's not much time left, really. There was only 37 minutes in this 4-hour candle. So that's what I really liked, that it looked like the bulls kind of just left on that one. And sure enough, another 4 or 5 hours later, we have this nice bearish candle closure. Now this was a really good sign because we're having all the bears step in at this key level. So what did I do? I went for the short. I put my stop right above, a little bit above the candle, right on this line, just because it looked cool, I guess. And I put my TP down here to target like these lows right here. I didn't know if price would go all the way down here, which it actually ended up doing, but like I said, I like to be conservative when it comes to these trades. I like to make sure that I secure my profits. You never want to like aim for. I see trades where people are like risking 10 pips trying to capture 400. Like, yeah, it might happen, but probably not, right? You have to give yourself a little bit of breathing room with your stop and be realistic with your TP. So there it goes. Price ended up just dumping, and look what, sure enough, it actually did retest these lows, which, hey, you know what? It happens. Sometimes it doesn't. But I'd rather be more conservative. If I was watching the trade right here, I was probably asleep or something. If I was watching the trade, I might have held it a little bit longer because it does look super bearish. But at the end of the day, you know what? I'm fine with the 75 pips that we got on that one. USD JPY was one that I actually didn't end up sending the picture to. I just said sell USD JPY somewhere here. I don't remember where I put it. But yeah, so we went in short. My reasoning being, I have my key level marked as always. These trades are always the same thing, guys, if you haven't noticed already. Price broke through a key level, came back to retest it. I have this nice doji here, bearish doji, which like with NZDCHF, it's like almost like all the bulls just died out. You know what I mean? I went in for the short after seeing a lot of rejections. Put my stop right above the key level. And we ended up doing like 30 pips or something, and then I moved my stop loss to break even just to secure my money. Now, there's no real rule on when to move your stop loss to break even. It kind of depends trade to trade, but generally I'd like to capture at least 30, 40 pips, and then I'll move my stop loss to break even to secure that money. Usually take partials and then move stop loss to break even. So that's what we did. And then the second position I had running ended up getting stopped out in profit, which, hey, that's going to happen, right? And then the last trade, USD Mexican. USD Mexican, I didn't really go too in depth on this explanation, but basically my reasoning being, okay, you guys can see USD Mexican does this thing where it's in a range and it trades in the range for a long time. Did it here too. Look at all this. Look, this is like literal days that it was just trading right here. So it came back to this zone that I had marked from before. And mark my other key level. You guys can see that there's rejection here, here. So you're just looking for levels that have been rejected multiple times, or that support and resistance. That's really all it is. And we ended up going in for the short. Now my reasoning here was I had this nice bearish candle. So my thought process here is, okay, I have this nice bearish candle. Price is likely to just push all the way back down to the target, because that's generally what happens if you have a nice bearish move, especially after all this consolidation. Went in for the short, put my stop right above the key level. This is 1 to, what does that even say? 1 to 5? Or 1.5, sorry, not 1 to 5, 1.5. And then we moved to stop. I moved my stop to break even somewhere down here. I started seeing rejection, and sure enough, the second position got stopped in profit. So I believe that's all the trades that we took. 5 wins, 1 loss. So the main takeaways from this video is know when to take profits early, because it will happen, right? Now, but I want you to be very careful with taking profits too early when you can still hit TP. The reason I took profits early on the Euro CAD trade was because I saw a lot of rejection, and I had failed to recognize that there was another key level that I had missed when doing my initial analysis, probably because I was only looking at the 4 hour and I didn't look at the 1 hour. Now, generally, the 4 hour holds more weight than the 1 hour, but at the same time, it's important to still look, at that time frame, anyways. So yeah, like I said, if you guys want to join the Telegram group, it's completely free. I'll put the link in my description here on YouTube. I'd love to see you guys in there. And let me know if you guys have any questions. Drop a comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. All right, I'll see you guys later.